Ads. We see them everywhere. On the phone, the TV, the computer, the road, the phone, the mall, the sidewalk, the phone, the fridge, the bus, the phone, the phone, the phone. Mostly on our phones. And because I'm a climber, going to the climbing gym most days of the week and talking about climbing most minutes of the day, yeah, I understand that the numbers this past quarter are lower, but I just want to show this quick video of me climbing from over the weekend. I didn't send it, but I think it's still pretty cool. Nico, we fired you 2 weeks ago now. How do you keep getting into these meetings? Let me just show this video one more time. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I'm constantly being fed ads, and since my phone knows that I climb, many of those ads are for climbing products. Climbing pants, climbing bags, chalk, training tools, and games. And usually I'm on my best behavior. I just keep swiping through those ads and I don't even think twice. But for this week, or month, or year, or however long I decide to do this for, I'm gonna do the unthinkable. I'm gonna give in and click the ad and then purchase what they're advertising. Is it a moronic idea to purchase every ad I see that's climbing related? Yes, but lucky for you, I'm a moron. So let's see if these climbing products are worth the $82. The first product is $82 for a game. The Boulder Block is advertised as a tactile finger climbing tool, a phrase we all know and love. I remember when I was a kid sitting on Santa's lap, begging him to give me a tactile finger climbing tool for Christmas. Luckily, it's on sale. Usually it's $109. And if you were wondering if it's perpetually on sale, you'd be correct. Every time I've gone on the website, the sale is almost over. The Bouldering Block supposedly builds strength at home, which I'm a bit skeptical about since it's basically a wooden block with miniature climbing holds on it. One cool thing is that on the Bouldering Block, they're actually real climbing holds. It also comes with a deck of cards related to the game. Not really sure what that's about, but I'm excited to play and find out. I'm mostly curious if this could be used as a proper warm-up for climbing. Like if you head outside to a boulder and all your friends are using their little warm-up blocks, and then you pull out the bouldering block, sure, they might laugh at you because you look insane, but will they then laugh again when you're not even warmed up at all? My guess is this can't possibly substitute an actual finger warm-up, but we'll see. I'm also curious, is this fun? Is it gonna be fun? Please let this be fun. In the coming days, I was fed an ad for 2 different grip strengthening devices. The first one I saw ads for constantly. The device is called the GoCrimp Grip X Pro 2.0. It doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. It's advertised as a 4-in-1 training tool with the ability to strengthen multiple grip techniques just with this one device. Something that this has that many other grip strengthening devices don't have is these buttons for each finger, allowing you to isolate one finger at a time. This comes in at $89, but is marked down to $59. Thank God. Would you believe it if I told you this product has also never been not marked down since I've seen it? Honestly, it feels kind of expensive for what it is, but that's just because it is expensive. Slightly more expensive than our second grip strengthening device that was advertised to us. The adjustable power training hand grip finger strengthener home fitness equipment for rock climbing. I thought the last name was bad. This one sucks more than I could possibly imagine. They said, let's use every word imaginable to ensure we get maximum search engine optimization. Also, let's make this look just like a bomb. I want this portable grip strengthener that I could potentially travel with to look as much like a bomb as possible. Sorry, can we make it look just a little more like a bomb? I hate the GoCrimp Grip X Pro 2.0 because it doesn't look anything like my favorite object, a bomb. And let's quickly look at the reviews. All 5 stars, and oop, they're all for a different product. I'm starting to get worried I'm getting scammed and this product is gonna be awful. Let's go ahead and add it to the cart. As a climber, I basically always have some sort of injury I'm recovering from, and that's where this video's sponsor comes in, Prungo. The Prungo FluxGo is a modular red light near infrared laser device that provides deep recovery and support for your muscles and joints. I'm currently dealing with golfer's elbow, which makes it painful to do pull-ups and certain climbing moves, and I've been doing stretches and rehab exercises to help recover for a while now, and in the last couple weeks, I started using Prungo every morning to speed up my recovery. They make it super easy for me to target my golfer's elbow with its modular design. I just attach the red light therapy devices to the provided straps, choose from 3 modes, and strap it on my elbow. And while it's going, I just go about my day. Reading, eating. That's all I do every day. In just a couple weeks of me using it every day, I've noticed the pain in my elbow has gotten noticeably better, and I feel stronger in movements that used to cause me pain. So if you deal with muscle or joint pain like I do, or are just looking for a quicker recovery, check out the Prungo FluxGo in the link in the description of this video, and use code NICO7679 so they know I sent you. Alright, back to the video. Next up is the climbing mug. I've seen many variations of this over the years. A normal mug, but instead of a traditional handle, it's a climbing hold. What the heck? I get a sip of coffee and a finger workout? Yeah. I think I'm gonna sign up for that. But my initial worry for this mug was that it looked too easy to hold. I wanna make sure I'm strengthening my fingers as much as possible. So I went and scoured the internet and found this. A mug that will prepare me not for climbing on baby jugs indoors, but on sharp crimps on real rock. I'm hoping this is almost impossible to hold on to while I'm trying to use it. And anything less than that will be disappointing. This is honestly the most excited I am for a product because it looks like it comes from a real person. And I'm a sucker for homemade ceramics. Do your climbing shoes stink like the devil's underground? Well, this next product I'm forcing myself to buy should help you with that. The Boot Bananas by So Ill are odor neutralizing, moisture absorbent, and odor prevention inserts for your climbing shoes. I've been told my shoes don't always smell awesome, so I'm excited to stick these bananas where my feet go and see if they make my shoes smell nice and fresh. They're only $20, which is a breath of fresh air. While scrolling on Instagram late in the night, came across this man. It's funny, I'm actually kind of friends with this guy because we both climb at the same gym. He's got a pretty large social following and sells a bunch of biohacking products. The one that caught my attention the most were these callus balls. A spherical lava rock that's supposed to strengthen the calluses on your fingertips. You just kind of squeeze it throughout the day and it allegedly builds tougher skin and increases blood flow in your hands for quicker recovery. Now, I'm not going to purchase enough to roll on my back like he has, but I am interested to see if this really does what it advertises. If it works, I could see this being a helpful transition from climbing on plastic in the gym to climbing on actual rocks. The last product we're going to order is this wooden crimp clash climbing game. It's basically tug of war, or as my high school liked to call it, tug of peace. But instead of pulling on rope, you're pulling as hard as you can on a small wooden edge. When I saw this, my initial thought was, wow, what a perfect way to get injured. And then my second thought was,
I can't wait to absolutely obliterate my nemesis in a game of hardcore.
This looks like a death trap and I can't wait to use it. Because as I stated earlier, I'm a moron. I do embarrassingly have fears about this game. Fear number one, you pull so hard you pop a pulley. And fear number two, you're pulling as hard as you can and the other person lets go, which then makes the wooden board fly at your head, leaving a perfect indent of the game in your face, like a Looney Tunes character getting hit by a frying pan. The description for this product says, whether you're recovering from a wrist injury, building strength for your next project, or just want a playful way to train, this tool is a versatile and engaging addition to any climber's routine. I'm about as far as it gets from a doctor, but I'll say it. You absolutely should not be using this to recover from a wrist injury. I have no idea how they think playing this crimp game is going to rehab your wrist, but I've got a friend with perpetual wrist injuries, so I'm going to force them to use it and we'll see if they like it. And those are all the products I bought. I don't feel like doing the math to figure out how much I spent right now, but I'll put it up while I'm editing right now. I'm guessing that's more than I wanted to spend, and that doesn't even include shipping. Now we just gotta wait for everything to arrive. For me, this will be a couple weeks, but for you, it'll be instant. They're all here. It's here. Am I in the shot? It's here. I was really anticipating that something wouldn't arrive, but against all odds, they all got here on time. I need a knife to open this stuff. We're gonna start with what I believe to be the boulder block. It's like nailed to this cardboard. Here it is. It's a wooden block. What feels like real tiny little climbing holds on them. Gonna try to do a dyno. That was pretty good. We'll play, we'll figure it out, we'll figure out the rules. I feel like this is probably gonna be fun to play. That was pretty good. I forgot how much this was. This was $82. That is crazy to me. Less excited about it now that I remember the price. Next, we're gonna open up the banana shoes. Things that supposedly make your shoes smell better. Yeah, it's a strong scent. Oh my God. It says bursting with freshness, and that is absolutely, absolutely true. It is so strong. It's making my eyes water a little bit. I'm gonna grab my shoes and we can throw them in there and see how they smell. Here are my shoes. Let's give it a whiff before we put these things in, and then let's give it a whiff after. They smell like shoes. They smell like climbing shoes. They smell like a lot of sweat and chalk and probably some skin off my feet. That second one was just for me. The best way to describe these is just like they're dense. It's almost like an herbal pillow. Is that a thing? All right, let's put it in the shoe. That one was for you. I wouldn't say it smells good. It definitely smells different. I don't love the scent, but we'll see how it does. All that opening up stuff is making me pretty thirsty. I think it's time to open up the mug. This rules. It's a little pinch. Wonder if I can figure out what the depth of the edge is. Let me grab a tape measure. Okay, I'm gonna guess it's like 8 millimeters. It's less than half than the 20 millimeter edge on my Beastmaker, I believe. It's got great texture. I mean, this would be a great hold outside. I guess the next step is filling it up with some water and testing it out. I should wash it first. I'm worried about spilling here. Oh man. I filled it pretty much to the brim. Pointer finger and thumb really engaged. Those are the two that's doing a lot of the work. Left pinch not as strong. Oh man, that's tougher. What's good is as I drink from it, it gets easier. Maybe for the next week, this is all I'll drink out of. Hey, I'll say I really should have warmed up my fingers before that. Speaking of warming up my fingers. You know, I kept telling myself it was gonna look less like a bomb in person. This feels crazy already. I would not feel comfortable bringing this almost anywhere. The pinky and the thumb are parallel to one another. When are you ever in a climbing position where you are like this? It's cheap plastic. This was $43. This is crazy. Okay, there we go. We got all of them. Let's move on. Okay, this is the Go Crimp. Okay, so you got the 4 digits. You got the counter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For fun, let's bring it all the way to, it goes all the way to 60 kilograms. So it was at 5. It should be 12 times as difficult. Okay, that's all the way. Let's see. Full pinch. I got it. Let's go left hand. I got it. Next up is the callus ball. What is this? What's this white stuff? It's like, this is also way smaller than I thought it was gonna be. This is tiny. Also, it's just not nearly as sharp as I thought it was going to be. This is disappointing. I thought it was gonna feel more like a rock. I thought it was gonna be bigger. I thought it was gonna be, I thought the little holes were gonna be sharper. Final product that I am worried about. Okay, so this is it. Basically just 2 pieces of wood. This feels better than I thought it was going to. I thought it was gonna feel like a death trap. I'll play it, I'll see. So I'm gonna be using these now for the next week or so, and then I'll give my thoughts and reviews. It'll be a week or so for me to use all this stuff. But for you, it'll be instantly. So. So it's been about a week since these products arrived, and I've been trying to use them basically every single day. And just like the Drew Gooden video that this video is inspired by, we're gonna go through every single product, give a little review, and put it on a tier list. Starting with the adjustable power training hand grip finger strengthener home fitness equipment for rock climbing device. Oh, I wanted to like this product so bad, and I hate having to punch down on a small mom and pop shop that makes these things. This is basically trash. I'm gonna call the bomb squad on it, not to disarm it, just so they can take it off my hands. I felt like I was being scammed when I was buying it, and that feeling was correct. You saw my reaction when I was unboxing it, but this truly feels so bad to use. Each part that you're supposed to push down is way too far away from one another, and when using it, my fingers feel in such like an unnatural and unsafe position. It feels like it's just like a recipe for an injury. The ergonomics are all wrong. It feels like the people that designed this had never seen a hand before, and for those reasons, I'm putting in S tier. S standing for, so this is going in F tier, right? That's what S stands for. A much better, slightly more expensive version of that is the Go Crimp. I like this so much more. It feels well made and sturdy in my hand. You can crimp it, you can pinch it, and you can isolate each finger. It's got adjustable resistance, which is nice. It also has a rep counter. I find the rep counter to kind of be over-engineered and unnecessary. I am a moron, but I do know how to count. At least to 8, which is how many reps I do. One issue I do have with this is it's not super intuitive on how to make these buttons pop up to isolate each finger. It's also equally confusing on how to get them back down. Also, I just don't love the crimping on this. It feels like the main purpose of this is to strengthen your pinch, and the crimp was a little bit of an afterthought. Maybe it's just the size of my hand, but I'm never able to get like my hand in a good position. Whenever I'm crimping, it's always kind of at an angle. It's never straight on. And for those reasons, I'm throwing it in B. Next up, the So Ill banana boots. Do my climbing shoes smell better after using the banana boots for over a week? They definitely smell different. I can still smell the musk that is my climbing shoes. There's just now this different, stronger smell that's fighting the musk. This is one of the few products that I think I'll keep using once this video is over, but I do wish the fragrance was a little bit more appealing. I don't know, there's not much more to say about them. They're bananas you stick in your shoes. B tier. The Callus Ball. I had high hopes for this, honestly. I was hoping it would condition my skin to make it easier to transition from climbing indoors to outdoors, and I feel like what it actually is just like a fidget ball. It's fun to hold or squeeze when working or watching TV, and maybe by doing that, that does quicken your recovery by getting more blood flow through your fingers, but I wish this was just like double the size and it was even rougher to condition my skin even more. It's only 12 bucks, which isn't crazy, but then once you add shipping, it gets closer to 20, and that starts to feel too much. I might still grab this every once in a while when I'm sitting around my apartment, but it's unlikely. This is C tier for me. The Crimp Clash game is next. This was fun enough. It's a couple pieces of wood that you and a friend pull on. The crimps are rounded, which is maybe safer for your fingers, but I think it would have been cool if it was more of a proper edge that you could really dig your little piggies into. Also, the two pieces aren't attached at all, which is frustrating because then this can lift off the base when you're playing. I give this Death Trap C tier. The funny thing is, basically a better version of Crimp Clash exists by the same people that made the Boulder Block. Speaking of the Boulder Block, it is fun. I don't think I fully realized how much of a game it was when I really bought it. The deck of cards it comes with has routes ranging from 4 different difficulties, and you can move the holds around to get different layouts of the Boulder Block. It's also really hard. I was trying the beginner route over and over and over again, failing again and again. Then I realized I hadn't even set up the holds correctly. I just assumed the holds were in the correct position the way they arrived, which was not true. It took a while to unscrew every single hold and put them in the right place, but I finally got it and was ready to try the easiest route, and it was still pretty dang hard. I basically wasn't able to complete any of the routes except for the dinos. Now, do I think I could substitute this as a warm-up before climbing? No, I do not. But is it fun? Yeah. Yes, it is a lot of fun. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is probably even more fun to play with friends. I wouldn't know. I played by myself. I'm giving this S tier. I'm doing it. I don't care that it's $82 because it's fun. Wow, that is a lot of money though. Okay, on to the last product. The climbing mug. I love this mug. I've been drinking out of it. I've been eating out of it. I've been doing this. It's great, a beautiful glaze and a perfect size. I'll definitely continue to use this. And this is one of the only things on the list that I'm glad that I purchased. If I could make a minor critique, I wish the hold was even worse. It's not a jug by any means, but I want a version that is like paper thin, where I'm constantly fearful that I'm gonna drop it. Also, I feel like holding this mug did a better job at conditioning my skin than the Callus Ball did. Probably because it feels like a real climbing hold you would find outside. Also, this supports a real person who is making these by hand. That's S tier, my friend. And that wraps up our tier list. Not too shabby, I would say. I hope you enjoyed this video. That must be the bomb squad I called.